What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking about the BF Goodrich KM3 mud terrains, and more specifically, how loud they are on the road. Alright guys, so what I did is I went out, jumped on Amazon, and I bought myself a cheap little decibel reader. Now, if you've never seen one of these before, or you don't know what a decibel is, basically a decibel is just a unit of measurement that kind of measures the intensity of sound. You can buy one of these little meters for pretty cheap. I think I got this one on Amazon for about 20 bucks. It's just a simple little microphone, a few different modes, but the one I'm interested in is the maximum mode, and basically it'll record the loudest sound. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go drive around town a little bit, then I'm going to get on the highway. I'm going to tell you what speed I'm going, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to tell you what the maximum reading was. Just for quick reference, I tested out the meter, when I'm standing around outside, depending on, birds chirping and things like that, it usually measures between, kind of mid 40 to 50 range in decibels. Right now with me talking, it's probably jumping up, high 70s, maybe into the 80s. Really just depends on how loud I talk. But if I get quiet, it'll probably jump down to low 40s. So that's a little bit of reference. Let's get going. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive down the road. Speed limit's about 45. So I'm just going to see how loud the tires get at that point. So now I'm going to do a quick little highway loop. Speed limit here is 65, so I'm going to get a little measurement there. So I actually feel like the noise is a little more noticeable just going slower in town sort of speeds. When you get on the highway, it kind of not mellows out, but just the tone sort of changes. And I don't feel like I notice it as much, especially when you're listening to music and stuff like that. I'm going to turn the maximum setting on again real quick, and we'll get a measurement. So this is around 55 miles an hour. You can definitely hear the tires more at this speed. They're really not as bad as I thought. But I'm going to jump off the highway. There's way too many people on the road to be doing this sort of thing right now. Now guys, on their own, those numbers really probably won't mean a whole lot to you. So I'm gonna look up online. I'm gonna post some charts and some examples. I saw some that were talking about, the sound of a lawnmower or a loud fan blowing. I will say that these new KM3s are noticeably louder than my BFG KO2s, the all-terrain tires. But if you don't know they're gonna be louder, that kind of comes with the territory of a mud terrain tire. That being said, these are my first mud terrains I've ever owned, and it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I have been on a couple road trips so far since putting these on the truck, and the noise, it hasn't bugged me on the highway for hours at a time. Again, I think if you're riding around and you're listening to music, I don't think the tire noise, they're not up there with the old Super Swamper boggers or anything crazy like that. They don't sound like a jet going down the road. So if you're on the fence about getting these tires and you're worried if they might be too loud or something like that, I'm going to say it's still worth giving them a try. That being said, if you know you're never going to go off-road, I would probably recommend still just sticking with the KO2s, their all-terrain tire. They are noticeably quieter. I honestly didn't really notice much of a difference between the KO2s and my factory tires. But if you're the kind of guy that's going to lift this truck, put louder exhaust on it, things like that anyway, chances are the sound of these tires isn't going to put you off that much. Alright guys, so I know this was a pretty quick and simple video, but really I was just trying to give you guys some good examples on video of how loud these tires are on the road. If you guys have any other questions about the BFG mud terrains, let me know. Again, I've got the KM3s, the newer tires on my truck. I am still trying to plan an off-road test review, but again, just Unfortunately, where I live, there's not really a whole lot of legal places to take your truck and go off-road, so that's something I'm still working on. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out something soon. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and stick around for the next one.